Hi, I'm Sarah. Now, I was wanting to have a bit of and Aston, of course. But I've been asked a few times why I'm doing these videos. Partly because of him. I thought, well, I'll do a bit of a rundown, both financially and emotionally. Emotions come into it a wee bit, of why I'm actually doing all of this. Now, first of all, financially wise, our food bill. Our family of 5 quite easily used to rack up a grocery bill each week of at least $200. About $215 was about our average grocery bill. So I looked into what I could do to make it cheaper. We switched from normal milk to powdered milk. I know a lot of people say, powdered milk doesn't taste as good. I highly recommend persisting and trying with that because it is so much cheaper. Well, it's saving us about $6 a week, at least, on powdered milk, which doesn't sound a lot, but I'll go through it. You add each little thing up that you do, and the savings do rack up. Maybe even try just mixing normal milk and powdered milk 50-50 and see how it goes. Of course, we make all our own crumpets. Now they make for a nice filling breakfast, so since doing that, we're certainly saving money on bread, toast, breakfast cereals. Not that we never buy breakfast cereals, but that is the underside of an army truck. Yeah, we're certainly buying a lot less of it now. We make our own wraps. Now, not only does that save on buying wraps whenever we want them, but we also replace some of the sandwiches as well. So while we still buy bread, we certainly go through plenty of bread. Not as much, because I do replace some of the bread with the wraps, and yeah. We make our own soap. Well, we get those, as I've been through in another one of my videos, the 33-cent bars of soap that you can get from Pack and Save. They can replace your washing up liquid, your carpet cleaner, all sorts. Yeah, hand soap, replace all your pump bottles, use it in the shower, the kids use it in the bath. We replace all sorts with that. I do a lot more home baking these days. You know, I've done a cookie video already, but you know, any excess fruit or anything we get usually goes in the freezer, and eventually I do a whole big batch of baking with it. So, you know, I don't buy pre-packaged stuff for the kids' lunch boxes anymore. I just go, you know, it's all home baking, it's fresh fruit, fresh veggies, and it is so much cheaper. I also sometimes find it cheaper to go to like farmers markets and local produce markets to get the fruit and veggies. Now also we've cut down a little bit. I don't like to cut down on the meat too much with the kids, but we have cut down a bit on our meat. Whenever we have mince, I tend to mix it in with lentils or something like that. I do a bit of a 50-50 mix. So we have saved money doing it that way. And I also have 1 or 2 vegetarian dishes a week. One of my kids' favourites is baked potato, because we grow our own potatoes. You know, baked potato, rub it with a bit of oil and salt, bung it in the oven, and just fill it with whatever, a can of baked beans and a can of creamed corn, and chuck a few peas and stuff in there, and, you know, maybe dice up some ham with the mix, chuck it on top of the potatoes, and they are happy campers. And that costs, you know, the price of a couple of cans. There's lots of ways. And of course, making our own yogurt, especially the Greek yogurt like what we make. My latest cunning trick is the whey that I get from the yogurt. I actually use that to replace the 750 mils of milk I would normally use to make the crumpets. You can actually make the crumpets using the whey instead of milk. Also wraps. You can use the whey instead of milk in the wraps. And they also make really good scones too. So yeah, you can use the whey to make scones as well. So that's something I've just recently started experimenting with. There's now a digger coming to visit us. I've started making my own jam, doing my own preserving when we do have the veggies and stuff. We grow and bottle all our own beetroot. And also I've been cooking everything on the fireplace. So, you know, anything that I can, like those potatoes I mentioned, put them in a pot with the lid on top of the fireplace for a few hours. They come out beautiful. I've been doing roast dinners completely on the fireplace. One thing that we have got is a couple of huge raised bed veggie patches that really we've been underutilising, and so that's my little pledge to myself and to you now. I pledge to you I am not going to underutilise my veggie patches anymore. I'm going to get serious. So yes, we've been getting our veggie patch sorted this week, and we're probably going to release a video either before or after this one about us just getting our veggie patch actually in order again. There's a dump truck coming. So I mentioned before our food bill used to be around the $215 mark. These days, and what?
And like dinosaurs say after Mum.
Good voice.
Tax school.
Yes, after I help at school on Wednesday, we're going to buy seed for you and me, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, from my team. All the things that we make videos on so far is, can we not be quite so clicky? Thank you. is stuff that you could do in town, you know, on a decent section in town, just maybe on a smaller scale. So our general grocery bill, after all is said and done these days, is between $150 to $170 a week. So I mean, we are saving at least $50 a week by doing all these things. That's between $2,000 and $3,000 a year you're saving. So it's, yeah, it's not insubstantial. Emotional reasons, you know, why am I putting all this on video? There are a few reasons. One reason is I like to share information. It drives me nuts when I see people throwing money around, spending money on stuff they don't need to be. It might not drive them nuts, but it drives me nuts. So, you know, just indulge me, you know, give it a go. Not that I need to really try to keep busy at home with 3 kids. 2 of them are at school now. This little tongue sticker outerer with his diggers and trucks and army trucks and whatnot, he keeps me pretty busy. He's at preschool a couple of days a week, and I often work at preschool 1 or 2 days a week these days. It's about spending time with them and just being there. You know, it means a lot to me that I can stay at home and be there. Well, just over 5 years ago, it's just been the anniversary of the day I got taken out in a Westpac rescue chopper. I got meningitis. I got a bacterial form of meningitis, and it was very, very touch and go. You know, my poor husband was told to prepare himself for the worst. He wasn't sure if he was going to be a widow. He wasn't sure if I was going to come out of it being the same person, because it was attacking my brain. It was, yeah, they ended up inducing me into a coma. Olivia was 3 years old at the time, and my other daughter Sam, she was only 9 months old. And so I still get a bit emotional talking about it, actually. But so I was very nearly not here, and of course Aston was nearly not here as well. The girls pulled me through it. They really did. I didn't expect myself to start crying, but here I am. But no, my first thought when I came out of the coma was the girls. I didn't really know what was happening at the time, but, you know, I just thought, no, I'm not dying today. I'm not dying. I'm pulling through this, and this is for the girls. So I pledged then and there, you know, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there for everything as much as I can. Anyway, you know, the school sports days, the pet days, the stuff like that, the camps, it means the world to me that I am there for all those kind of things. You know, I don't have to worry about organising a babysitter. If they need to be off sick for the day, they can come home with me and be sick for the day. Now, the meningitis actually did take me a long time to get over. It was basically like recovering from a brain injury. Every day I'd walk a little bit further. Obviously, I've made a complete recovery now, which is an absolute miracle. Anyone watching who knew about this, knew me at the time, who was, boy, the power of prayer and positive thinking and positive vibes. Wow, I cannot thank you enough for sending it all my way, because I really shouldn't be here. And the Westpac Rescue Chopper, donate to them whenever you can, because they are my absolute saviours. I would not be here without them. Big shout out to the Westpac Rescue Chopper. So that's sort of another reason I'm doing this videos, because I know how quickly it can all be taken away. How quickly things can change. And I like the idea of documenting this sort of moment in time of me and Clint spending time with the kids, doing things that we enjoy doing, and just us all having a bit of fun together. It's a nice little snapshot. We've got our 10-acre lifestyle block here, but we've got other people grazing their cows on our land at the moment. We've got a contract with them until the year that Aston starts school, and when he starts school we're wanting to get our own milking cow and our own beefies and that sort of thing. So that's other stuff that I'm looking forward to documenting as we fumble our way through it. One of these days, you know, the kids can look back on these videos and I hope they'll be really good memories for them. So that's another reason I'm doing this, other than just to help people out with their budget, which I really hope I can do. I get a real buzz out of it actually if somebody says, oh, I subscribed to your channel, or oh, hey, I made some crumpets, they turned out brilliant. I'm like, yes, it feels like a little win somehow for me when I hear about that. So yeah, I do get a kick out of helping people, and it's teaching the kids about these values as well. I was actually raised in town. I wasn't raised out in the country. I was raised in Queen's Park in Christchurch, and when I was 13 my dad got transferred and we all went to live up in Auckland. So I had very much a towny lifestyle in Auckland. Clint was raised on a dairy farm, and that's awesome. So he's got a bit of know-how. Growing up, I never thought I'd be living on a block of land, getting my kids to help me build fences and stuff, and I'm absolutely stoked that my life has turned out this way. Yeah, I couldn't imagine a better upbringing for the kids than raising them, making all their own food, doing all their own stuff, watching me learn as I go as well, because I don't want them to ever stop learning and trying things. And please subscribe to my channel. Please leave me some comments, any suggestions you've got for future videos that I could do. Anything that you would like to see me and the kids trying to do within reason. Or even not in reason. Hey, throw it at me, you never know. I've got some pretty silly ideas actually, which I may or may not make videos of. Can you say like and subscribe?
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe, that's the one. Thank you.